guys, so we are officially again caught up on vlogs. I obviously combined yesterday and the day before. Considering the day before yesterday, I only recorded one clip. I still can't believe I did that. Like, I could have sworn I picked up the camera more than that, but I guess I was just having an off day. I feel a lot better than I did yesterday. Last night, oh my god, we were so busy. We were so busy last night. I actually got out like half an hour late. Came home, fed my cats, ate something, because it was like the first time I've eaten, or I had eaten anything, like, since I started my shift. But overall, I'd say it went okay. It could have been a lot worse. I either worked till 5 or 7 today. I'm not really sure, and you might be asking, how do you not know? We have two different sets of schedules. We have the main manager schedules, and then we have the schedule written for the crew in the break room. The one in the break room says I only work till 5. The one in the office says I work till 7, so I'm not really sure what I work today. I'm hoping 5. It would be nice to, have a short day and be okay. But obviously if I have to work till 7, I have to work till 7, and there's nothing I can do about that. Not sure how much I'm going to vlog today, honestly, because, it's one of those afternoon to evening shifts, which really consumes my entire day. But I'll try to vlog when I get home, at least, tell you how my day was and say goodnight, because I didn't do that last night either. But considering I had to get up at 7:30 today, when I came home, I just wanted to get to bed as soon as I could. So that's what I did. Oh my gosh. I'm a little tired, but we gotta get through the day like a boss. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, I just realized by the time I hit my days off, I have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday off. I will have worked 8 days in a row, so no wonder I'm tired. Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday. Yes. It is Tuesday, and I did not vlog at all yesterday, and I don't regret it. I legitimately didn't do jack at all yesterday. I was pretty much in my room all day yesterday, talking and texting my friend Ben in Texas, because he's been going through something kind of freaking insane. Like, I don't know, he's really pulled the short end, like the short straw every single time that he's had a roommate so far, because he travels and works as he travels. And so he'll stay at people's houses, depending on where he's at, and he's in Texas right now, and he's got a psychotic roommate right now, and it blows my mind, and I'm worried about him, and have been worried about him, but, like, I know he's very capable of taking care of himself, and I know that, like, he can protect himself and everything, but it's still kind of scary. It doesn't really make too much sense to me. But yeah, that's basically how I spent my day yesterday. And then I ended up going to bed extremely early. Well, not like extremely early, but I'd say around like 8. I went to bed 8:30. What? Why is it spans? I ended up going to bed around 8:30, and yeah. Woke up kind of early. Unfortunately, I woke up when I heard my roommate leaving for work this morning. So, like, I've been up basically since 3 in the morning. It's now 5:44. I'm having coffee. Not really doing a whole hell of a lot. I'm not really sure what my day has planned. I still feel kind of like, I mean, my headache's gone, thank God. Because, like, oh my God, when I get headaches like that, my face feels like it's 10,000 pounds. And I took ibuprofen, and that didn't really do anything. I took a nap, and that didn't really do anything. I was drinking tons of water throughout the day. Wasn't really helping, and, like, it was just one of those headaches that, like, last an entire day no matter what you do, and you just kind of, like, suck it up, pretty much. So, I feel like I didn't really explain things well enough. And it's just, like, I want to explain what's going on with my friend just in case anything does happen, because, like, it's a very serious situation, and I feel like in case something does happen to my friend, like, worst case scenario, like, he even said, like, he would want somebody to, like, bust this guy, and I know about it, and the other person that he lives with knows about it. Like, she was there when the whole situation happened, and he sent me pictures of the damage and everything. So basically, he's been living in Texas for the last 6 months, working and saving up money so he can continue traveling. And he's been staying with these two people, Drew and Sarah. And, you know, there was a lot of just petty, stupid BS drama that's been going on these last, like, 6 months that he's been there. But this is, like, I think the first really serious, like, not just petty drama, BS, like, argument type stuff. Like, this guy Drew is psychotic. Like, he's actually psychotic. And not yesterday, but the night before yesterday, me and him were talking, and he said that, like, there is, like, him, Drew, and Sarah, like, him and Sarah were arguing with Drew, like, because I guess Drew was running his mouth, talking crap, insulting my friend, insulting the other person there, Sarah, and basically, like, talking down to them and treating them like crap. So naturally, Ben, being the person he is, starts calling Drew out on all of his crap, and basically proving that Drew's full of shit, and, like, is basically contradicting himself, and that he's a hypocrite and all this other stuff. And instead of dealing with it like a man, and keep in mind, this guy Drew, I guess he's like 30 years old, and instead of just, like, arguing or, like, coming to a conclusion, or hell, even going outside and fighting my friend Ben man to man, he freaks out and pulls out a kukri, which, if you don't know what that is, it is a Egyptian short sword. And, like, if you look it up, it's kind of freaky. Like, it makes you wonder, like, why would somebody pull this on somebody? But apparently he started freaking out, smashing up the place that they're living, and I'll show you the pictures here. And starts yelling and threatening my friend Ben with this sword, even, like, pointing it at him, and, like, basically, like, attempting to hurt him with it. But my friend Ben didn't back down. He was just like, you know, if you want to fight and you want to be like this, put down the sword, let's go outside man to man and, you know, have a fist fight, fight it out, whatever. And in Texas, I guess that's okay. You're allowed to do that. And honestly, that's probably where I would have taken it, you know, like, if you're gonna be like that and threaten me with a sword, let's just go outside and fight one-on-one and get it over with, you know, or try to come to some kind of mutual conclusion in this argument. But instead, this guy pulls out a sword, starts destroying shit, points it at my friend, like, threatens to stab him. Like, my friend could have lost his arm in this whole situation. And then yesterday, apparently Drew was blaming Ben for the entire thing, saying it was his fault, he was asking for it, he didn't do anything wrong, it was all my friend's fault. And it's like, how can, like, what blows my mind is, how can you freak out so bad that you pull a sword on somebody, smash up where you live, threaten somebody with it, and then say it's their fault and that they didn't do anything wrong, and, like, completely blame the other party, when my friend never threatened him, never, you know, hit him, never put his hands on him. And that's another thing, like, Ben started taking photos, that's how I got the photos, because Ben started taking pictures of the damage for evidence, and Drew puts his hands on him and pushes him from behind. So he laid his hands on my friend, and even then Ben stayed calm, and he was like, clearly you want to fight, so, like, let's just go outside and get this over with. And he wanted nothing to do with it, because he knows that if he did fist fight my friend Ben, that he would get his ass handed to him, if not end up in the hospital, because my friend doesn't around. And so the whole day yesterday, Drew was blaming Ben, saying it was all his fault, that Drew didn't do anything wrong, that it was all Ben's fault, and blah, 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 blah. And so Ben was like, okay, this is the last straw. And so he was going to call the cops and get Drew arrested, because there's also a bunch of other stuff that's in that place that they're living at that has nothing to do with my friend, but like that Drew has personally. 2 potentially unregistered firearms. I mean, he sells drugs on the side, like shrooms and stuff, so there's a possibility he has weed and shrooms where they're living at. And, you know, like weapons that you shouldn't really have, especially if your mental state tells you that it's okay to pull a sword on somebody. Like, you shouldn't be around, like, weapons if you think that you can just pull them out and start swinging them willy-nilly. Like, somebody could have gotten cut, somebody could have ended up in the hospital. If Drew really freaked out and, you know, was flashing his gun around, he could have shot Sarah, he could have shot my friend, he could have accidentally hurt one of the 4 dogs living there. And so my friend Ben was like, that's it, this is the last straw, like, I've put up with so much crap from you, like, that's it. And so he was going to call the cops, and I guess him and Sarah did talk to a police officer last night. And I'm trying to get to the messages. Yeah, he says, the laws here suck. There isn't much we can do. He would just get a fine for everything he did. Apparently, this is a wife-beater state and a right to carry, so the unregistered firearms are moot. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. And I said, wow, considering everything, that is really messed up. So you guys just have to live with a psychotic, immature idiot and hope he doesn't decide to kill you guys. What kind of laws does that state have? And now I guess it's in your best interest to try to get along with him until you can leave. And I said, I don't think I would ever go to Texas. I always heard that it was a pretty nice state, but knowing that you can pretty much be an abusive psychopath and get away with it with just a slap on the wrist does not sound like a place I'd ever want to be. And now I'm actually legitimately worried for my friend, because, like, he doesn't have anywhere to go until he can save up enough money to, I think he's going to drive to Kansas, I think. He was planning on coming to visit me for a few days, so we'll see if that happens, because he wants me to teach him how to vlog and edit and stuff like that and just hang out, because we haven't seen each other since I was back in New Jersey, which was several years ago now, like probably 2-3 years. But now I'm like legitimately worried about my friend, and I want to get this up there and, you know, out in the open, just in case something does happen to my friend, you know, that at least somebody knows what this stupid person did. And, you know, even if, like, let's just say hypothetically Ben did cause a fight and he was the one that started the entire argument, you don't settle something like that by trying to stab somebody with a sword and destroying where you live. Like, there's nothing sane or normal or safe about that situation at all. And I'm really afraid for my friend that something bad might happen to him the longer he stays there. I think he does have an alternative place to live in case things get bad again, but it's like, I would try to dip as soon as possible. Like, I would not feel safe in that situation, and I don't think my friend is safe at all. And it's really concerning and really worrying that, you know, Drew could just up and snap and kill my friend or hurt him or somebody else living there and pretty much get away with it with a slap on the wrist. Like, that's a big load of BS. Like, you shouldn't be able to get away with something like that. And that's why I'm legitimately concerned for my friend. So, hopefully everything turns out okay and my friend can just get the hell out of there very soon. I seriously wouldn't put it past this guy to, like, justify in his own brain shooting or stabbing somebody if he did what he did and then blamed my friend for the entire thing and pretty much is acting like it's justified. That is not somebody that I would feel safe being around, or anybody I knew for that matter. And so, like, I'm actually legitimately concerned. So that's pretty much what I was spending my entire day doing yesterday, was talking to my friend and trying to figure out if there's anything he could do to get Drew locked up. Because in any other state that I know of, like, unless I'm completely mistaken, that crap wouldn't fly at all. Like, here in Minnesota, even back in New Jersey, like, you would get in trouble for something like that, like a lot of trouble. I mean, New Jersey's kind of weird with their laws. That's why I like living here in Minnesota, because there's the whole castle law that you are allowed to protect yourself within your house or even within your car. So if like somebody tried to break into your car or somebody tried to break into your apartment and you killed them and you could prove that it was legitimate self-defense, like, you're okay. And I feel like every state should be like that. Like, you have a right to protect your space, your territory, your home, people that live with you. Like, if somebody were to break into my apartment, you know, I wouldn't hesitate. Like, I never want to hurt somebody, and, you know, their blood would be on my hands, yes, but, like, I would not feel sorry for beating the crap out of or killing somebody that broke into my apartment, because if you're going to do something like that, there's nothing in my head that says that, you know, you're not going to hurt me, or that you're not going to do something stupid, or, like, you're not going to hurt my roommate or my cats or myself. Like, you should be able to protect yourself. And I guess there, the laws are apparently way more lax, and you can get away with stuff like that. It just, I don't know, it blows my mind. So I was dealing, on top of having a massive headache and not really feeling well yesterday, I was dealing with that and talking to my friend and, like, trying to figure things out. And it actually really makes me upset that this guy is basically getting away with everything he did. And, you know, even though my friend's paying rent there and it's just as much his place as it is Drew and Sarah's, because he's not on a lease, because he's just staying there while, you know, he's working and trying to save up money, Drew could kill him and get away with it. And that's up. Like, no, you're a psychopath. Like, you need to be locked up. You know, whether it be in a padded cell or in prison. Like, people like that should not be able to walk around scot-free. Like, this dude needs to be evaluated and locked up or put away or get some mental help or something. There is nothing about this situation that's okay, and it freaks me out that, like, there's just places where you can get away with doing horrible stuff and being a complete psychopath. But yeah, that's my vent on what happened yesterday with my friend. Oh my God, my eyes are watering. The best I can do is, you know, say what I'm saying, and I know that if something happens to my friend, I know who did it. Also, Ben sent me the dude's address, his truck, license plate, his name. That way I know everything in case something does happen to my friend. Like, I'm going to do everything in my power not to let this fucker get away with it. I'm still pissed that he threatened my friend with a sword. Like, oh my God, I was freaking out the night before last when my friend was telling me about this. Like, I was freaking out. I don't think I've cussed so much over the phone in my life. Just because of how angry I was. And then, of course, that kept me and my friend up super, super late. And I didn't sleep well. Like, I didn't fall asleep till probably 4 in the morning. And then I just woke up with a headache and feeling disgusting. And, was not fun. Was not fun. Alrighty, so we are showered, dressed, and ready for the day. This is my outfit. I am pretty comfortable. I like it. I mean, it's freezing outside, so obviously if I go anywhere today, which I actually plan to, I'm gonna have to obviously probably put on like a hoodie or something and then my winter jacket, because I think me and my friend Amy, I know you know her, you've seen her in the vlogs, we're thinking of taking a walk at the Harley Nature Center. I was gonna go by myself, but despite the fact that she has a cold and she's sick again, she wants to hang out. We haven't hung out since before the snow fell, so I think we're due to get a little best friend time in and hang out with each other. Alrighty, so we just had breakfast, which is awesome. I was able to get my favorite sandwich. They actually had it today, so I didn't have to like force myself to eat something new, which is lovely because the sausage, egg, cheese muffin there is my favorite, and I got an orange juice. I feel so much better. I was feeling like I had kind of a flip tummy because I hadn't eaten, and I hadn't really eaten last night either because I was feeling so disgusting. So it feels good to have something on my stomach. Orange juice is helping settle my stomach a little bit. I think we're gonna stop by the house for I don't know how long. I'm still waiting for my friend Amy to get back to me about when she wants to meet up. Poor girl has such a bad cold. Like, apparently this is like the second time this month that she's been sick, and I feel so bad, but like, she wants to hang out, so I won't complain. I mean, I've already gotten over like being sick. Obviously I got sick 3 times in like the span of 3 weeks, which is absolutely ridiculous. That is ridiculous. But hopefully that means that I got it out of the way and I'm not gonna get sick again, because that would just make me mad. The weather isn't too bad today. I mean, it's cold, but it's not windy, so that's kind of why I want to like actually go do something. I feel like, yeah, like I was going to the gym and everything like that, but I haven't been like outside to enjoy the weather and the fresh air in a while. I think there's a chance, like a 70% chance it might snow today, but they said it was only supposed to be like an inch, and that's not gonna stop me from doing something today. And I've got plenty of warm clothes to layer up with. I'm just waiting on my friend now to tell me when she wants to meet up. If she's feeling up to it, I'll vlog her, but if she feels like crap and doesn't want to be recorded, obviously I'm not gonna stick the camera in her face. But I want to bring my camera with me just in case she's cool with it, and I also want to take pictures because I have several hobbies on the side other than like obviously just going to work. I like going to the gym, I like going hiking, I like vlogging, and something else that I really like to do that I don't do enough is photography. I love taking pictures, I love capturing art and keeping it forever. Like, pictures are memories, and you know, it's nice. And whether it's of myself, my friends, nature, it's just, I love photography and I don't do it enough. Like, I want to get a legitimate photography camera someday. Hey guys, I am legitimately sorry that the vlog ended so abruptly. When I did manage to hang out with my friend and she took this picture for us, my camera got so cold that it refused to turn on, and it actually killed the battery for the entire day. We actually ended up doing a lot of really fun stuff, and I wish I could have vlogged it. We went to a pottery class and painted pre-made pottery. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings for lunch. We ended up going to the mall and walking around and having a great time, and I so wish my camera would have just turned on and the battery wouldn't have died, but I guess that's what happens when cameras get too cold. It just kills the battery. Anyway, I'm hoping this vlog being extra long makes up for the fact that I've fallen behind incredibly, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.